If you're a rail fan visiting the Atlanta area, here's a bright idea. Take a day trip to the Southeastern Railway Museum in Duluth. Started by the Atlanta chapter of the National Railway Historical Society in 1970, SRM has grown to become Georgia's official transportation history museum. With nearly 90 pieces of rolling stock on the 35-acre site and lots of activities, there's plenty to keep visitors entertained. Many of the locomotives and cars on display are undercover, with 2 enclosed buildings worth of equipment forming the centerpiece of the collection. Guests entering building number 1 are greeted by the 1911-built Pullman observation car, Superb. Used by President Warren G. Harding for his cross-country tour in 1923, it was later used on his funeral train, carrying the late president from San Francisco to Washington, D.C. and Marion, Ohio. In 1926, it was painted red and named Pope Pius XI for use on the Cardinals train between New York City and Chicago. Later in its life, it became office car number 301 for the Seaboard Coastline and donated to the Southeastern Railway Museum in 1967. Owing to its presidential heritage, the car was placed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1999. Another observation car with presidential pedigree that lives at this museum is Norfolk Southern business car number 30, the Marco Polo. Built by Pullman in 1927, this car was used by Franklin Delano Roosevelt for trips to Warm Springs, Georgia, when he was governor of New York State and later President of the United States. Later serving the Central of Georgia Railroad under the name Savannah, the Marco Polo regained its rightful name in 1989 following upgrade work at Norfolk Southern's Roanoke, Virginia shops. Recently, the Marco Polo returned to the main line as it brought up the markers on Union Pacific Big Boy No. 4014's East Coast Tour train. The car will be returned to the Southeastern Railway Museum later this summer. On the next track beside the presidential cars is a small freight train, led by Heisler No. 9. Built in 1924 for a lumber company in Alabama, this 2-truck logging engine ended its working days for the Campbell Limestone Company of Liberty, South Carolina. It was donated to SRM in 1979. After passing the wooden Central of Georgia caboose, guests can go left into a large exhibit hall with an HO scale model railroad inside. Next to the gift shop is one of the museum's prized artifacts, Savannah and Atlanta steam locomotive number 750. This high-stepping Pacific-type engine was built by the American Locomotive Company in 1910 for the Florida East Coast Railroad as their number 80. She was sold to the Savannah and Atlanta in 1935 after a hurricane wiped out the FEC's Key West extension. Retired in 1962, the 750 found a new career as an excursion engine for the Southern Railway's steam program and ended her days operating on the New Georgia Railroad. Visitors can climb into the cab of 750 and listen to an audio recreation of the engineer and firemen as they go about their jobs. As a fun aside, the engineer is voiced by yours truly.
We have a good locomotive today. She's right out of the shops, no less than 5 weeks out. Seems the Savannah and Atlanta Railroad made a good buy with this one. She's second-hand, you know.
Really? Where did she come from?
The 750 here was originally owned by the Florida East Coast Railroad as their engine number 80. But after that hurricane drove the Key West line out, they sold it to us.
Well, I'm glad to have her today. I walked over and she's as fit as a fiddle.
The next building on site contains even more rolling stock, specifically passenger cars of all types. During my most recent visit, a dome observation car from the Wabash Railroad's Bluebird Streamliner was awaiting transport to its new owners, Rail Exco, a private car operator in the Midwest. At the head of a string of passenger cars is Southern Railway E8 number 6901, which is fresh out of an extensive restoration effort. The locomotive is operational, but as we'll see, SRM doesn't have much space for it to stretch its wheels. The lineup of passenger cars includes regular coaches, sleeping cars, an Army troop kitchen car, and a Southern Railway dining car. Outside, you'll find several more exhibits all around the grounds, from Georgia Railroad GP7 number 1026 and Chattahoochee Valley Steam Engine number 21, to this MARTA Rapid Transit car, and the General 2, which worked at the Stone Mountain Scenic Railroad. On the weekends, short train rides are offered around the museum grounds. Normal power is provided by GE 50-ton diesel switcher number 3, built in 1948 for the Anglo-Canadian Paper Company.
SRM3 conductor, we're ready when you are.
Conductor SRM3, your measurement signal, put that out up to 0.
Prop 3 moving to the derail.
Your trip will take you down towards the museum's restoration shop and past other stored equipment. Although the ride is not fast or far, it's still very enjoyable.
You're clearing the door, so I'll pull it in.
Across the parking lot from the full-size train rides is the miniature train ride. Two miniature train company G16 train sets provide a two-circuit ride around the oval of track. Both trains were built in 1957 and worked at the Birmingham Zoo in Alabama before coming to the museum in 1989. To learn more about the Southeastern Railway Museum, including hours of operation, ticket prices, and special event information, please visit www.train-museum.org. Donations are also greatly appreciated to help the museum restore more artifacts and expand their display space. Until next time, this is your train master, Christopher Kovacs. Thanks for watching, and keep on steaming.